Oh my god. It's the internet.
We're live.
We are live.
Are we?
That's what
And,
that voice means. Okay.
what? Okay, I can't. I have to pull myself out of that voice. What?
Oh.
Ew.
Buddy.
I am thinking
The
about adding
vocal
that.
fry.
It sounds like it hurts.
I am thinking about making that be a voice redemption for my stream. And I can talk like this for 5 minutes.
Ew.
So if I give you twice as much money, will you stop?
I
For the
mean, money is
children.
money.
Signing up for Venmo.
Sending Cujo $20 to tell him never do that voice. Got it.
It's like when you're at a bar, there's a like jukebox, and like everyone's like, no, I'm putting in $1 to stop this. I'm putting in like
Yeah.
$2 to stop this.
Yes. I'm counting your dollars with my dollars.
hmm
Hello, Internet. Hello, Internet. Welcome to tonight's episode of Decisions and Dragons. Very happy New Year from all of us over here. It was crazy, but yay, 2023, we're here. Wee.
Hooray!
Yeah, we did the thing.
Woo.
Thing.
We survived.
We survived 2022. We did it. I don't know of any major announcements we've got really lined up. Now that I think about it, we just sort of chill.
Our extra life started over, so we're back at 0.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see if we can outdo our goal again.
Yeah. Links will be changing. I'm just lazy and haven't gotten off my ass to do that yet, but it should still be what's in the Twitch. If not, just look up Nerd House Tabletop and we're on there. And before the end of March, I'm thinking we'll do like a quarterly extra life thing. Not like the 24 hours, but like something fun.
Yeah, do a fun one shot. Just bring other people in.
Yeah.
And do it specifically for Extra Life. I'm down.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that's it.
Yeah. Quick continued shout out. We've got shout outs for Incarnate, Matt making software, which is awesome and fantastic. You guys should totally use it if you're in D&D and play online. Big shout out to Sirenscape for all the ambient audio needs that we could ever want for a campaign. Official D&D, you know the setup. D&D, Pathfinder, Cyberpunk, Catan, Bumble Poop, all of those official games have... I know what I said. Have official sound sets on Sirenscape, so if you like that sort of stuff, go check them out. They're super great. Also, Monument Studios, their Fantasy Plus player is being pushed real hard ad-wise, so definitely go check them out. Licensed and copyright-free music for you to use on your Twitch streams, or if you just like listen to awesome orchestral music that fit sci-fi, fantasy, modern, western, bumble poop, whatever setting you'd like. So
Awful lot of bumble poop.
there's that.
Yeah.
What are you talking about?
What?
Anyway,
Where am I?
So if that is all of our minor announcements and shoutouts, let's go ahead and jump into tonight's episode of Decisions and Durgans. Let me hit the button to do the thing. I really should figure out the audio channel so that we can shit talk each other while the intro's going. But
That's fine. It's
yeah.
okay.
Wait, we were allowed to shit talk each other while the intro was going?
Not when the audio. When last we left off.
Note to self.
Do this playlist because I like this song. When last we left our intrepid heroes, they had ventured into the Feywild and finally found themselves on a battlefield against Faraday's former patron, the Fey Prince, soon to be King, Novus. The ensuing battle was very intense. The party managed to escape death on multiple counts and had managed to free not only Faraday's true mentor, a gold dragonborn, but also Dermot's brother, Seamus O'Ferry. In the final moments of the battle, Faraday and Dermot both had essentially a telepathic farewell from Novus, which, after the final blow was dealt, he lay lifeless on the ground. The moment his life left his body, the Queen of the Fae, Titania, having been freed from her prison, offered the party a boon. After some deliberation, the party had settled on being able to withstand attuning to one additional item each. In a rather... Hey, Starfish. In a rather brisk, I suppose, motion, the Queen had ushered the party away, but not before one last quiet moment for Faraday to bid farewell to Novus. And that is where we left off. You all are now standing just outside the throne room, still in the Feywild, having just done battle with an Archfey. You find yourselves exhausted, perhaps a little... Your nerves are a little fried, but you're in one piece. The Dragonborn Faraday has not let go of your Eladrin Faraday, and has held her close, but wordlessly just offering continued comfort. What do you guys do?
We should check on the Singorian elves.
I should check on my sister. And he like reaches for whoever has the bag of holding, and thus probably the mirror.
So, we'll go
That's
ahead.
Cad.
Sending
Cat.
stone, whichever one we're using. Sorry.
Faraday has a sending stone, though.
Sorry.
I
Okay.
think so, yeah.
Sorry. Mirror is for Allura. Sending stone is for everybody else. So many.
All right. Go ahead and send whatever message you would like.
Oh, should have planned that before I said anything.
That's not how this goes. Come on now.
What? What?
As to say, while you're thinking about it, I go over to Eladrin Faraday and pull out a little seed, pop it up into a little daisy, and say, I know that there was some hard feelings, but I'm still sorry for your loss, and I'm sorry that things got this bad, but I'm glad they're at least on the right track now.
Thanks, Ito. I'm really glad you came with us.
I am too. It's a blast. And by blast, it was pretty terrifying. But I got to change into a bird, which was nice.
I love Cedo so much.
And I just kind of, oh, adorable.
And like one of the buttons.
I kind of just, bounce away,
Do this one, actually.
I got distracted. I didn't think of it. Oh my god. Okay. 25 words. Are you okay? Okay is one word. Damn it. Are you are you okay? Has the fighting stopped? You should see relief soon. I'll stop.
Okay. A moment goes by, and you get back. Yes, the fighting is stopped, and basically, the next 5 minutes, you just get that back, and then you remember there's a time difference between
Time
the two
moves
planes.
differently.
So
If it takes a second to really decode, but you take a moment and identify that the fighting did stop rather suddenly. The city is intact for the most part. Things got really intense for a while. Happy to hear that you're safe. And I'm just going to roll that. It ends with, I hope I can see you. And that'll be when the message ends.
After he deciphers that, he's just gonna look around. It's like, this place is so odd. I'm glad you're okay. I hope to see you soon as well. Love, Thurston. And then he's just gonna hand it back, and hopefully there's no reply, because what the fuck? I can't understand that shit.
All right.
Actually, Faraday, does the stone still work? Do I have to
Think
wait?
so. I don't know if it's got chargers or not.
I don't think it does.
Kat, as you're asking that question, you hear back, yes, Thurston sent me a message, and I thought I could talk to it. Basically, you just get that.
You speaking whale? What's going on here?
Lord.
Maybe I'll wait.
While all of that is going on, I am going to walk over to Seamus and make sure that he is okay.
He looks a little rough, but he's still standing. As you approach, he just says, I've got some honey mead, if you want to swig.
Always.
And just as he's about to hand it to you, he takes a swig. And then actually hands it to you.
I take it from him. And, well, how'd you get into this mess?
You know, when leadership calls, you answer. And I went in thinking something fancy was about to happen. Maybe planning another party or something. And turns out, no, Novus gave me that staff. Specifically designed to pilot my brain. Which also piloted the little shits. So, yeah. I would have really preferred just a party.
Yeah, I hear you. He got me with the same thing, although, I was able to make it out with Fiona.
Huh. How is Fiona?
I just kind of look at Fiona, expecting her to answer the question herself.
You just hear, oh, my dear Seamus, I'm doing just fine, darling. And he goes, oh, she finally started talking. How about that?
Sure did.
Took her long enough. Well, it's nice to see you're doing well, Fiona. You taking care of the wimpy little brother? Oh, Mr. Seamus, you don't need to talk to him like that. And he just kind of gives you a loving punch in the arm.
Wimpy. I see how it is.
Well, I mean,
Do
we need to bring up the arm wrestling record? Because I'm pretty sure I've got you beat on more times than you can count.
You can win arm wrestling all you want, but I've always been the better musician.
Excuse me. As he reaches
He
for
did
his
win the
lute.
Battle of the Bards.
And I just step back, and you are more than welcome to try right here, right now.
He puts his lute like the strap over his shoulder, kind of like please tell me everybody's seen Road to El Dorado.
Yeah.
Okay. Miguel has
Or
the
at
loot
least
up like
the
this,
meme from Road to El Dorado.
and he's just about to start playing, and then and a little bit of blood comes out. All right, maybe another day. That was rough.
Yeah, that might not actually be a bad idea.
Mm-hmm.
I think you have a few apologies to make, regardless.
Yeah, I know.
And I'll just give like a quick whistle. Actually, no, I won't give a quick whistle to Tick because Tick's fucking dead. I'll put a hand on
Chick
his
got
shoulder.
fucking
and-
bodied.
Yeah.
It got fucking Thanos. Big time.
Archfey.
I don't know why I'm rolling a d20 for Cure Wounds.
I don't either.
But Dermot is going to get, not Dermot, Seamus is going to get 3 points of healing back.
The little bit of blood that he had coughed up, you just see just slowly disappear, and he just like, oh hey, okay, I'll take that win. Now, if we can get the internal organ damage and all that figured out, that'd be cool too. But I think we'll just take it one step.
Yeah,
at a time.
that might take a little bit.
Yeah, I know. With your inferior bard skills, I wouldn't want to put you out or anything. And he does cast Cure Wounds on himself. And you see some of the scrapes and bruises slowly heal.
You know, the next time your ass needs pulling from the fire, I'm gonna remember this.
I would hope you do. Because
And I will pull you out by the hooves.
you really punched hooves. You really wanted to make sure it was hooves.
Hooves. As opposed to the horns.
How is it out there?
Well, when the world isn't ending, it's actually kind of fun.
Oh. Wow. I thought it was just our little corner of the world was in chaos, but there's more?
There's a lot more, as it turns out.
Seamus just hands
You
the
should
bottle of honeymead back to you and just says,
Oh, I never gave it back to him in the first place.
well, he gives you a second bottle.
Hey. Yeah, it's, there's a whole lot going on. You should get out more and see it sometime.
Normally, I would say that the material plane is boring and that I have no interests.
Oh, anything but.
Now, after all this, yeah, I'm kind of thinking a vacation is needed.
Change of scenery, maybe?
Yeah,
Might be good for you.
yeah. Just give me a nice bar. I'll play every night.
You know, as a matter of fact, I know just the place.
Not surprising, you are kind of a bar hopper.
I haven't been back there in quite a while. When last I left, it was in kind of a small-ish town. It's called the Wishing Well.
Cute. I like the name.
Yeah, I helped to name it.
Oh. Oh. Those sound like roots. Sounds like you're planting some roots over there, brother.
I mean, I can't name a bar.
You know how names work over here. Just
Doesn't
saying.
work
Hey.
It doesn't work quite the same way.
I'm just the awesome older brother. I'm not perceptive on some of this stuff. I mean, why would I know any of that stuff?
mean-
I'm just...
You certainly are old.
Okay. Well, old equals wise out here. Shut up. Let me have
You're
this
not.
one.
You're not that old.
Okay, well, now you're confusing me. See, now I was, and now I'm not. See, you gotta stick with the story.
Maybe you just need to keep up.
Missed you.
You too. And now I will hand the bottle back.
Thank you. This is getting a little too sentimental.
The bottle is empty.
Son of a bitch. I'll think about your offer.
Stands as long as you want it to.
Well,
Might be a little easier for me to keep an eye on you if we're on the same plane anyway.
sure. Nothing like the little brother watching out for you. And while it may sound like a joke, you get the hint that he's kind of being genuine about that.
What are little brothers for?
Bossing around.
I mean, what else are you for?
I don't know about the rest of it. Hey, there is a potion, I think, in the market somewhere. Can you just go and fetch it for me? Thanks, buddy. And he again gives you a loving punch in the arm.
You got legs.
He will take
And
that.
I kind of like put a hand on his shoulder and I kind of lead him, and the two of us will start walking in that direction.
Cool. Cad, it's at this point that the response message from Thurston's sister has wrapped up. Full 25 words, that one, but it wasn't even directed at Thurston because she doesn't know how the magic works.
But dial.
Kinda.
Voicemail.
Like at one
But
point,
sending.
at one point you get, no, put that down. It's not a toy.
How do you live so long with an arcanist? And you don't understand. I've explained basic magical principles ad nauseum. She can balance a checkbook. Oh my god.
Dragonborn Faraday says, What was that word you'd state, the long one? Explained
ad
it.
nauseam?
That one.
At length.
Why didn't you just say at length?
I did.
Well, no, you just get this, like, glare, and then she just looks down at the Eladrin Faraday. I'm confused. I don't understand.
It's a common occurrence around here. You'll get used to it.
How is it out there?
Scary sometimes. Or wonderful. We found some things that we're working on that are, I think, tied to here. A lot more than we thought. But I'm excited to get you back.
It's been quite some time. I don't know how long, to be exact, but I'm sure it'll be a fun learning curve.
You'll travel with us until we find a place. I think I have a place that you can at least hang out.
Count me in. And she hugs you a little closer.
Just like stay like right next to her the entire time.
All right. Cad, I believe you were going to use the stone, correct?
You sure this thing works? Took a really long time to hear Thurston's sister, and I'm still not sure what was happening.
I think it's the Feywild thing. A little difference in time.
Time dilation? It goes faster, slower.
Well, okay. I might as well try, I guess.
You just have to really focus on what comes back through because it might be really stretched out or very compressed, depending on.
Who are you
Ow.
trying to send a message to?
My sister. we got here, I don't know, did you guys have a dream or a vision or something?
Yeah.
I don't know, it just. It couldn't have been real. I mean, it's the Feywild, right? It showed me she was involved in something that she would never, ever be involved in. It's just, I don't know. I feel like I need to hear from her.
Maybe you should wait on that. I think we all need to kind of touch base on what we saw separately.
It
And
won't
if the message
take
is
long.
not great,
If you want to get out of here, I can wait till we get back, but I just need to know she's okay.
How long's it been since you last talked to her?
While I spoke to her in Whitestone after Thurston impersonated her for a little while. Or not Whitestone, sorry. Western. But it's been a while other than that.
I don't. Where are we right now?
At this point, you guys have made your way down to like the courtyard of the manor. You can see several Singorian elves, all seemingly moving to help others who have been injured in what seemed to be a shitballs crazy combat that kind of broke out in the middle of this festival. You can see a number of Fae who were also in attendance, sort of reeling from everything that just went down. And one thing that you all do notice is that crazy luster that the Feywild had, everything was supercharged, has gone down just a little bit. And Faraday and Dermot, you can almost pinpoint that this is actually how it normally is. Yes, it's beautiful. It's an elevated version of the material plane, but it's not oppressively so. So you guys sort of key in and see, okay, things are normalizing here. Yeah.
Do I see if... Okay, so we're in the courtyard. Is the mask that Novus' new champion wearing, was that dropped? Was she still holding that?
Make me a perception check.
How would I have dice? No.
No?
No. Oh, wait, I get advantage. Hey, much better. 18.
With an 18, you can see lying discarded amongst what looked to have been a nice, beautiful potted plant of some kind that had been cracked, and there's dirt strewn all across the ground. You see sort of nestled right next to that little pound of dirt is the mask.
I'm gonna break away from Faraday and go pick it up.
Okay. Make me a wisdom. I'm just kidding.
I'm sorry. It's actually a charisma saving throw.
Oh God.
Make me a strength save, followed by a dex save, followed by a con save,
Good.
followed by an int, wisdom, and charisma save.
Hey, that's my bit.
Yeah.
I can help with that last one.
She'll go back to Cad. Novus's champion wasn't Faye.
Isn't the guy with the weird glowing arm?
No. It was Zaz.
No, it wasn't.
Yeah, it was. And she wasn't
No, what-
alone. And she wasn't working for Novus.
No.
Had I was standing right here, and she points to the courtyard. We were this close to one another, and this fell off. And I never met her, but Thurston was her for a while. She looked a little different, but it was her.
She is in Wildmount.
Not. God, I'm so sorry, but she's not.
No,
She's not. She's working for something much more dangerous, and I'm really scared to think of what it is. I have a theory, and I know you don't want to hear it.
Wow. How? No. How did he?
I don't know. But she was angry. And on a leash. And with others who were part of her group, party, something, I don't know. They were working with Novus. Novus was working for them. I don't know. But it was her, Gad.
Where are they now? There's no way. She would never.
It was her. Unless it wasn't tricks, unless it was a disguise, but I really don't think they would have hidden a disguise under this. To throw me off, it would have been someone else. It would have been Faraday or one of you all. There was no reason to make this person look like her or me.
I am going to reach out and just like try to pluck the mask out of your hand.
Let it go.
Cat examines it. Is there anything like in there, like etched or anything like that?
Make me an investigation check.
I'll be right back.
22.
With a 22, you examine it. You look very closely. You having the perception of a thief, being able to sneak in and out of rooms, intricate locks, and observing any arcane runes or traps. Doesn't seem to have any inscriptions or anything. I will say that it does remind you of when you and Zez were children and you would play together. And she would always talk about the tree man. She would take branches and sort of fasten them into her hair and try to find ways to get them to stand up so that she could be the tree man whenever you guys would play together.
Puts the mask up to her face. What did you do? She's gonna send her a message.
Okay.
It's Cadriel. Where are you? Are you safe? Please respond.
Okay. Anything else?
It's important.
Oh, hi, Cad. Yeah, I'm safe. Why? What's wrong? Is everything okay?
When I get the message back, does it sound like she usually sounds? Like I'm used to hearing her sound?
Make an insight check.
19.
With a 19, you kind of key into a little bit of that flair, that like customer service golden voice sort of flair to her tone that is a little off.
She picks up the stone again. If there's still charges on, I don't know how many charges it has.
I think it's just
Uh,
ever. I think you could just
okay.
send messages. So
And
I thought it was only 3 charges per day.
I think
No, I
that
think
was
that's
the
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 bracelet.
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 Oh,
and she'll send a message to her brother. Gabriel, it's Scad. Is Zaz okay? Where is she?
The message sends. A moment goes by. And then another. And then another. And nothing comes back.
I need to know. How can I find her?
I
If
don't
we
know.
could find someone that could scry, if she doesn't have something like this. He holds up the necklace.
You, Faraday, you looked in here before we came to find your person. We could do the same thing.
Yeah.
But
They were talking
Thing.
about
people can look back, or at least you said that Novus could. He saw you, correct?
Mhm.
So,
Yeah, it doesn't make you necessarily invisible to somebody.
Don't. She answered me. It just didn't
was there any sort
didn't
of,
sound like her.
was it distorted or in any way? Like,
No. My brother didn't respond at all.
what about your parents?
I haven't heard from them. She'll just pick up the stone again and try sending to her mother. Mother, Mom, are you there? It's Kat. Are you safe? Where's Zaz?
The message sends. You can see the arcane glow in the stone sort of spike. You know, it typically does so after a message is sent. And a moment goes by. And another. And the feeling of anxiety only worsens when you get nothing back from your mother.
I seeing all of this, I turned to Cad and said, "It may not be working if we're not on the same plane."
Can fail.
Let's get back
Yeah,
to our
first.
plane of existence and we'll try again.
And also, if we want to look in on anyone, really, it probably will be easier and safer, possibly, to do it from our home.
Did Oban give her something to call on him to send them home? And he gave her the acorn for the darklings, but I don't.
As you merely think his name, the shadows in the courtyard around you grow slightly. And for one of the first times in this part of the Feywild, clouds roll in. And the sun
she's not
just
gonna
gets
like
a
that.
little dark. And slowly rising from one of the shadows on the ground is the tall, lithe figure that is Oban. And along with him are several other shapes that rise with him. He remains in shadow, but does make eye contact with Cad and the rest of you.
It's been done. Queen Titania is free and Novus is gone.
Well done. You have held up your end of the bargain.
We need to get back home.
Name your destination on your plane, and you shall be returned.
Remember the name of the town that we came from?
Well, anywhere we can go, it will take us to.
I mean,
Any name? No. the overlay got all messed up.
I think she might have thought a name a little too loudly and just
Sam,
went.
I don't know if you heard that in
Yeah.
the middle of me talking as Oban, and I saw you drop it. I went, no.
I don't know what happened.
You're good, you're
Discord
good,
was
you're
just
good.
Like,
Discord's awesome.
it didn't even just freeze; it shut off.
It just fully shut.
Oh.
It was like, nope,
It's just
not working with that guy.
Yeah.
Bam.
I wonder what does it. I wonder if it's maybe like a camera driver or something like that.
Could be.
Maybe it didn't do it on Sunday,
Yeah. Oh,
so I don't. It
Jesus.
didn't do it on
That was
Monday.
so
I don't
funny. Oh,
know. It's just
the timing was great.
Doors
Kat will like turn to the group before she names the place and says, I don't know if the stone failed, but I need to go check on my family.
Well, if we get back to our carriage, we can take everything and start the next leg of this crazy adventure we're on.
Seamus actually
We
chimes in
went-
with, actually, first off, yeah, I know, I fucked up, but we're gonna table the apology for the moment, and I'm just gonna tell you, having never met you guys before, you guys should get some rest. You guys just did away with an archfey in there, and I know that wasn't easy. And trust me, I get the familial worry. But if you guys are going, what, 10 miles? Is that like 10 miles away? I'm guessing, then, that could be done in an afternoon, right?
Gonna take
I'm
weeks
terrible
to
at
get
that. I'm
to
gonna go back
Wildmount.
to. I'm gonna go back to drinking. I'm sorry.
Cat, if he can get us, if he takes us to your home, I can get us back to Westrun.
We have people we need to drop off though,
True.
and the cart.
Can
I was
they
gonna
take
suggest.
the portal that we came through? Technically, we have 2 routes home.
Yeah. We have 2 routes.
If
That
you
was-
want, I could fly you there
I mean, the other
once we
option
get
would be
back.
maybe going back to our place. It's pretty well centrally located.
Cedo, what's your passive perception?
It is, I believe, 16.
Okay. As you guys are having this conversation, there is a bunch of debris from the chaos that just ran rampant in this courtyard. You see several of the tents and decorations have since been toppled. But amongst that debris, Cedo, you do spot a little beaded necklace with bright blue and purple, but in the central piece, you see a symbol that looks familiar. A symbol that your Quokka family had given you when you had asked about your parents.
I rush over and pick it up.
Okay. Make me an everything saving thing. No, just kidding.
I'm just
I just kind of
saying.
hold it.
It's a place to go.
Cat, if it were my family, I would want to go immediately there as well. I won't begrudge you whatever decision you make.
She just turns to Oban and says, Nicodranus.
Given that you are with and you see like he struggles to say friends.
I say it in Sylvan.
He just wordlessly just says thank you. Do you wish to go together or alone?
Their decision whether they come or not.
I'm coming with.
Yeah.
That was never a question.
I think we're all gonna stick together.
It'll take more than that to get rid of us.
Together then.
And Oban starts focusing their energy. Seamus is going to just turn to Dermot and say, I'm going to go find your wishing well, and I'm going to outperform any past songs that you did in the time that you were there, so that when you come back, people will be sad that the bad bard has come back.
Actually, if you could do me a huge favor,
Yeah.
find a village. It shouldn't be too far from Singorn. And I am trying to find it.
Warrencleft.
Warrencleft.
Orncleft.
the name I couldn't remember.
Oh yeah, they make that stew.
Yeah.
Yeah,
the
yeah.
carrot
I've said
stew.
they've come through once or twice. Yeah.
There's a carriage. You'll know it. It's bigger on the inside. Go to Orencleft and drive that carriage back to the Wishing Well for me.
Yeah, sure. It's like what, 5 miles away from Orencleft, right?
Sure.
Cool. Yeah, totally. Got it. Anyway, see you guys when I see you. I'll buy you all drinks or something, and then he just turns and like bolts.
Did you tell him we actually own this bar?
I told him I helped name it.
Faraday, maybe you should go with him.
Are you sure?
I think this is gonna be. Yeah.
After everything that's happened, you deserve a vacation. And
The
Quincy
wishing well.
is Quincy is good people.
Oh,
Tell
you know
them-
Quincy. Oh, wonderful bartender.
Quincy helps run it.
Oh,
Wish him well.
It'll be wonderful
How
to
do you
see
know?
them again.
You know Quincy.
Oh, I've frequented one of their bars once upon a time. Mighty, mighty fine wine they always seem to find.
Tell them I sent you.
That's why we pay him so much.
And she'll dig out like. God, what does she have left? She'll dig out 50 gold and hand that. 75 gold, and hand that to Faraday. For travel, and then whatever's left, give to Quincy.
And she tucks it into her pack and then hugs you real close.
Immediately.
We will not be too far apart from this point on.
No.
And she lets go of the hug and then looks at Dermot. And then she just walks up and pulls you into the same hug.
Aww.
Dermot says, arms flailing just a little bit. Get brave.
At that joke, she will actually squeeze a little tighter. But she'll let go.
The struggling gets a little bit more intense, and Dermot says, actually can't breathe.
All right. She'll eventually let go.
It taps out on her arm.
There you go. You know the rule. As for the rest of you,
I am also going to hand over what I can only assume is like actually I'm going to just hand over my backpack. I'm going to move a couple of things from my backpack to my arrow quiver, including my thieves' tools, tinkerer's tools, and my scrying cup. But most of what's in my backpack is just money. And it's like 1,000 gold pieces.
how very drug dealer of you.
It is.
Seriously.
How did we
How
never
did you
hear it like
stealth at
clinking?
all?
Yeah.
God.
Well,
Faraday
it's
is
not
just
quite-
like-
Jingle jangle and the clip clop.
Clip clop, jingle jingle.
She just holds it close. I will protect this with my life.
I mean, don't get killed over it.
It's a lot. So I'll
Oh.
make sure every single one of them is returned when you come back.
Oh.
Then some of
Well-
it he doesn't.
Dermot literally just shrugs. Like, okay, I guess.
If you stop in Western, or you stop in any of the big cities, ask for Gilmore. Tell them we sent you.
And that you should get the friends and family discount extension.
Yeah.
I will keep these things in mind.
Hey Cujo, while this is all going on, I'm gonna kind of look around to see if there are any other necklaces or anything like that of the Wayfarer.
Make an investigation check.
He goes crawling under tables and shit.
It's kind of funny because I rolled a 7, so it's just like I'm just like on all fours, just like
Man.
So you are on all fours, very quokka-like, and
You're
you
sniffing too.
you
Yeah.
could swear you saw like the tail end of a necklace peeking out under one of the tablecloths, and you crawl underneath, but you forget that it's a little dark inside. So as you're rummaging around trying to find this necklace, unfortunately, you don't see anything else. But as you stand up, you slam the top of your head against the table, and eventually crawl out. But there are no other pieces of jewelry that match that symbol.
Are you okay?
yeah, just bopped my head on that table. I found this necklace. It matches the one that I was given as a child. I've never seen any other one like it. Kind of wonder why it's here.
Is there anyone around us, like non-us, like other Fae that are around here?
Glancing around, you can see a number of different Fae. You do spot Zeidler, the party master that Faraday and Dermot had a wonderful encounter with. You can spot a couple other sprigs and twig blights and all manner of creatures. You do spot Sildor Vasar, who is making sort of a patrol around the courtyard to check in with the elves to make sure that they're at least in somewhat fighting shape, and giving them orders, as they sort of spread out and can very clearly see are moving towards the exit of this manor.
Well, if somebody here had this,
Mm-hmm.
would you like to ask around if we don't have to leave immediately? It sounds like there are some plans still occurring.
Yeah, while we're right here, I'm gonna have to, because I don't know when I'll be back in this particular Feywild, but so yes, so I go up to, I forgot what the elf's name was.
Sildor Vasar.
Sildor. Vasar. So I go up to him. Hey Sildor,
Mm,
excuse me.
Yes, little one.
So I was wondering, do you know anything about this necklace, or who it belongs to, or any information about it?
Sildor hesitates for a moment before reaching down and sort of moving the central piece up so he could see. I believe this is the symbol of the Wayfarer. It's a rather
That's true.
minor cult. Kind of surprising you would find this here.
Oh, it's a cult.
Well, yes, pretty much in every
Did
sense
they-
of the word.
Oh, can you tell me, like, how are they cult-like?
I mean, he
Do
sort
they,
of looks
like,
around at the chaos around him and just sort of shrugs. Essentially believing wholly in the idea of chaos, but framing it like a journey of some sort. Believing that this individual supports whatever decision an individual makes, whether positive or negative, supports them in every endeavor, no matter how foolhardy or dangerous it might be. It's, I suppose, it's an advisor to a child who is being told that they can be whatever they want to be, and the world doesn't work in such a way. I have briefly encountered one of the followers of the Wayfarer, whatever you want to call them. They had passed through Singorn and very quickly had departed the city shortly after.
You saw them. Last place was in Singorn.
Yes, it was a number of years ago.
Oh. Wonder if it's. I think to myself, like, I wonder if it's that same person that I had met in the beginning. Well. Okay. This doesn't look familiar at all to as far as anybody's who would, I guess anyone who would own this.
Not particularly. I apologize. I could not provide more information. But... And he sort of fixes his eyes on you for a moment and looks you up and down. I believe she was about your height, yes. Another gnome. Long brown hair, a little unkept, if you ask me. Simple clothes. She didn't stay long enough. I didn't personally really encounter them. I merely passed by a tavern that they were unfortunately being tossed out of.
Oh, were they having too much fun?
I would gather.
That'll happen. Well, I thank you for your information. Do you know anybody else around here that might have more information on this?
You could try any particular historian or religious researcher. There are many divine places in the world of Exandria, and Taldore specifically. You might find some information amongst those, treasure hunters.
Okay.
Perhaps
Well,
there is a site of divinity for your cult as well.
oh, well, they're not exactly my cult. I just, was interested. Well, not interested, just like, thanks for your time.
Farewell. And he turns and continues speaking with the other elves. All right. Dragonborn Faraday looks to all of you and says, I had better see you at this wishing well relatively soon. And if not, just send word and we will keep it nice and tidy.
We will.
I should go catch up to O'Fairy. Seamus! And she, bolts in the direction that Seamus ran off to. You turn back and see Oban, arms crossed, doing one of these.
How long has it been since everything, all the bad fighting stuff stopped?
A few minutes.
Okay.
Not very long.
Okay.
Are you prepared?
Yes.
As much as we can be.
Alban gathers energy, and you can see the shadow sort of manifesting in his palm. That once it grows and grows and solidifies, he turns his palm down, and the shadow falls like the heaviest rock that you could imagine, collides with the ground, and then, almost similar to Widogast's Web of Flame that you've seen Thurston cast multiple times, you see spidering out these torrents of shadow that immediately envelop all of you. It is a rather intense and terrifying experience as you are surrounded by nothing but darkness for several seconds until the shadows fade And you all stand in a much different city, with the smell of the sea on the air, with a beautiful music being played from a nearby inn, as you look out into the endless ocean and find yourselves in Nicodranus. And just as the party is taking the sights in, the camera, that's right, I illustrate via movie cuts and shit, zooms out of this party. Zooms out of Taldore, zooms out of Exandria. And the land turns once again as we return to the broken world